Chilling like a villain. Trying to make a killing. What's up, guys? Man, I am sore. I had to move some silver last night. Up some stairs. I gotta tell you, man, I might have to get rid of some of this silver, man. Maybe downgrade it to some gold or something else you don't like talking about. Anyways, guys, it is a hot one today out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a beautiful day, man. I'm not complaining. But when I take these walks, when I come out and take these walks, I have to take a big drink of water first. So it leaves me kind of sluggish because I drink so much, because I'm going to be walking probably for the next 30 or 45 minutes, and I can't hold my water because I got my phone in my hand. Quit your bitching, Jerry. Anyways, don't know what I'm going to name this video, but I'm going to tell you like this, man. This is why I tell people don't watch the lamestream media. CNN failed on all levels, except for their ratings. But CNN, man, they tried to out MSNBC, okay? Honestly, I don't watch either one of them, like, enough to know, like, which one's worse, but apparently MSNBC is worse than CNN. I thought CNN was the worst. Because when I see CNN, I don't even really watch MSNBC, but MSNBC's got Joy Reid on there, so is anybody worse than her? I mean, that lady's the worst, man. My God. And that's saying something in that realm of people. But CNN pulled a rug up under everybody. Now that I've watched it again, the debate, and I've watched the reactions and stuff to it, and what CNN responded to MSNBC, basically, that's what they're doing. And all the left wingers. Let me tell you something, guys. These puppeteers, they got these wokesters going crazy, man. It's all about the puppeteers, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about left or right, because the puppeteers own a lot of the people on the right, too. The only people that are on the right that I listen to are America First conservatives. And the only people on the left I listen to are people that are about America and free speech. And there are some out there. Other than that, everybody else is crazy. I'm not with the Democrats, definitely not with most of them, or the lefties or the wokesters, or extreme lefters. I'm not with the, definitely not with the Uniparty. So when I talk, people think that I'm coming from a right wing or whatever. Nah, man, I'm all about America first when it comes to politics. But it's God, family, country. That's what it's all about. And what this lamestream media is doing, it goes against all three of those. They don't care about God. They damn sure don't care about your family. And they can give two shits about this country. And that's why I think it should be banned. Now, I'm making this video because I'm kind of preaching to the choir, but I have some people on here that think that I'm an idiot because I like Donald Trump. I've been fooled because Donald Trump's a liar. Yes, Donald Trump is a liar. And so are you. And so am I. And everybody else you know is a liar. It's all about, what are they lying about? And does that lie affect your life? I don't give a shit about a liar. If your lies don't affect me, I don't care about who Donald Trump sleeps with. I don't care about what kind of business deals he makes. Again, I'm socially liberal. As long as it don't bother me, I don't give a damn what you do. Until it affects something with my situation with God, my family, or this country, I don't give a damn. But a lot of you lefties out here think that Donald Trump is such a liar, and you've been brainwashed that you think it's going to affect one of those three. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. But here's what I do know. It ain't going to affect it. If it does, what Donald Trump is doing, his lies are affecting one of those three things, or all three things, it damn sure ain't doing it as worse as Brandon's doing. I'll tell you that. Let me ask you this, for the people that say I'm stupid and Donald Trump's a liar. Let me ask you a question. You think Brandon, what he's doing or allegedly doing, let's talk about the alleged stuff first. You think that stuff's okay? And if you don't think it's okay, how come the mainstream media never talks about it? How come CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, all the mainstream media, why do they never talk about it? But they talk about Donald Trump stuff. You guys know that Biden has a grape charge too. Some woman allegedly said that too. Why is that not running 24/7 on a loop on the mainstream media? I'm going to tell you this. The left is stronger than the right overall. Now, the left, again, is influenced by the puppeteers, most of them, a big percentage of them, and a somewhat big percentage of right-wingers, too, in politics and stuff like that are influenced by the puppeteers, too. I mean, look at the lady that interviewed, or excuse me, who was supposed to be a moderator, but turned out to be a debater. She failed with Donald Trump on that CNN fail of a town hall meeting. She used to be on the right, ladies and gentlemen. She used to be on Fox News. She used to work for Tucker Carlson. She used to call out George Soros. She did all that. But guess what happened? You guessed it. She sold her soul. She's bought and paid for, ladies and gentlemen. It's so funny. I didn't know that before I made that video yesterday, but I did some research on her and looked her up and saw some things on her. And she was a hardcore right-winger. Hardcore. And I remember I said this in the video yesterday. I said, I wonder if these people really believe what they're saying. And obviously she doesn't, because the things that she used to say goes directly and contradicts what she said yesterday or the other day at the town hall meeting. So of course she doesn't believe it. I'll tell you what she does believe in, that money she's getting. And this is why I say the left is stronger than the right. Because the puppeteers, the puppet masters, they make Lucifer look like a prairie girl, a preacher girl, from the things they'll do and they'll do or have done to keep their power. Because that's all it's about, is power and control. When Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi, when you see those two together and they're signing an omnibus bill and they're printing out all this money and all these politicians are in the stock market and they know what stock to buy before it crashes or when it's going to go up, you know, when to sell off, when to buy, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, Martha Stewart went to prison for that. Why aren't these people going to prison? You know why, and I know why. But it ain't about left or right. It's about good versus evil. And it's about green, or the printing press, versus hard money. And let me be clear what I mean by hard money. I think people think I'm always talking about precious metals and Bitcoin, and I can see why. That is part of the equation. But here's the other hard money. Hard money is things that you physically have that your money can buy, that their printing press, that they print those fake dollars off, can buy you for the things that you need. And what do you need? You need shelter. You need water. You need food. You need some basic supplies to live. You need some medical things. You need some security. You need all those things. Ladies and gentlemen, that's also hard money. That stuff, is more important than precious metals and Bitcoin. Because that's why you buy precious metals and Bitcoin, so that you can have that stored energy to buy those things. Just use the printing press money to buy it now. So that's other hard money. But I'm going to tell you like this. If we keep going and fighting against each other, I don't care what you're fighting for, here in America, and specifically, if you keep disagreeing and fighting with your fellow brother and sister, because that's what we are, you're doing exactly what they want. They don't care what the issue is. And I'm talking about the puppeteers, the puppet masters. They don't care what the issue is, as long as you're disagreeing. And the best way to avoid a disagreement is turn off the mainstream media. That's the number one thing. People gotta stop watching that bullshit, man. It is complete and utter nonsense. I mean, if you have any half a brain and you see what's going on in this country, we know what happened in the 2020 election. We know what happened in January 6th. We know what happened in the Arizona election. We know what happens all around this country. We know what happens, and more importantly, we know what happens with our money and the debasement of our money. I wish we just got rid of banks, period. I know that sounds crazy. How are we going to live without banks? We need to get rid of the Fed, the central bank, and then banks, period. Maybe keep one bank or something like that. I don't know. We need to stop printing money and go to hard money. I would say gold and back cash by gold. The problem is you're trusting human beings. You're trusting a human being to, number one, not print any money, print any more dollars or notes or whatever it is that's backed up by gold. That's number one. But number two, you're trusting a custodian to have something that you don't own, right? Because as soon as you give it to a custodian, you don't own that. Let me tell you something. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's not just for physical silver. When I say you don't hold it, you don't own it. If you think that your stocks, that the money and the energy that you put in those stocks that are those are yours, if that company goes bankrupt or something like that, one of those companies or whatever, it's not yours, okay? It's not. It's yours on a screen. You don't own that. Because I don't know if you saw the FTX thing, FTX and I think Binance or one of those things. I know it was FTX. They just went to court, and a bunch of people that had their money on the exchange, and this goes for the banks too, and I'll get into the banks in a second. A lot of people that had their Bitcoin on the exchange thought they owned it. FTX filed bankruptcy, and people thought they were going to get half their money. But guess what happened? Who you think comes in and gets their money first? And this goes for banks too, mind you. The creditors come get their money, and then a little thing called the IRS comes get their money. And then you come last, okay? You're not first. You're not second. It's the creditors and the IRS comes and get their money if one of these companies, banks, exchanges, grocery store that you got your food in that you think you're gonna go and buy before you can go buy it, whatever. It's not yours, man. Okay? So, what we need to do is, you need to be a sovereign individual, right? And you need to learn everything you can about how to be a sovereign individual within this country. Because even though you're sovereign and you're free and you fight for your freedom and you read the Constitution, because you go by the Constitution. The reason why I act the way I act and I talk the way I talk and do the things that I do is because, again, the strangest secret in the world, or the strangest secret, is you become what you think about most of the time. And the things that I think about is our founding fathers. I watch documentaries all the time about the American Revolution, how it was back then. I'm a black man, mind you. So I'm supposed to, with the victimhood mentality, I'm supposed to think in terms of, oh man, my people were slaves and this, that, and the third. And that reparation shit is some bullshit. And I'll make a video about that. You already know how I feel about that. Because I'll never say I'm a victim. I would never ask somebody to pay reparations to me because I was never a slave. That's me asking to get reparations. This is what it's basically saying. I'm asking someone that was never a slave owner to pay me, who was never a slave, for something that had nothing to do with any of us. We're all benefiting off of America and what this country was built by many cultures and ethnicities. But anyways, I'll get on a tangent about that. But I'm an Uncle Tom if I say that. I'm also an Uncle Tom if I say, for another video, ladies and gentlemen. The reason I talk and act the way I act is because I read the Constitution every single day. When I tell you I read it every day, I read it multiple times a day, just in case I forgot, because it's a lot. I don't have it memorized. Some things I forget. I try to memorize just hard. I don't have a really good memory. So I constantly feed that stuff in my head. And then after I pull my head up out of that Constitution, or after I watch an American Revolution, because I like to look at it from all angles. I've heard that story of how we became America and how we, the Louisiana Purchase and everything that happened, and the Boston Tea Party and the Boston Massacre and all the things that happened. I love that stuff, man. It's history. That's why I love Constitutional Silver so much. After I pull my head out of that TV or my phone or the Constitution or whatever, and I look up, and I'm in a world that our founding fathers they are turning over in their grave living in this world, man. That's why I act the way I act. And the way, when I hear somebody telling me that I'm stupid because Donald Trump was a liar and all this other stuff, which he is, by the way, I already said that, I know what they listen to. Because again, the key to success and failure is you become what you think about most of the time. So what do we need to think about? Well, me personally is God, family, country. You got to think about your physical health, praying, getting better, thinking about your energy, your money. We're only here 80 years, give or take 15 years, 65, 95. We're not here that long, ladies and gentlemen. Is the dollar going to die under our watch? I don't know. But what I do know is inflation and printing of money is theft. If I went out here and counterfeited money and put it out there, I would go to jail. But because they are the government, they get away with this. Just like Brandon gets away with anything he wants to do because he's in cahoots with those people. That's why Nancy Pelosi and the rest of these people and Mitch the Grinch McConnell get away with that, because they are the puppeteers. They're working with the puppeteers. And that's why that lady that was on stage with Donald Trump, which is crazy, because when she was up there talking to him, all I kept thinking was, you guys, people have got to be so stupid to fall for this, man. It's so obvious she's being so biased. The woman is bought and paid for. But let me tell you this, from my religious beliefs and what I believe spiritually and what I read, there's a place for a person like that. When you sell yourself for money, nobody makes money here on earth. We earn it or we take it. And I don't mean take it by stealing it. I mean, we take it because somebody gives it to us because we earn it. You got to give something back. And if you're earning money, spewing lies and trying to just enrich yourself by talking about things that you don't believe in, again, you're gonna have to answer to someone, in my opinion. They're my beliefs, my belief system. I love this house. This is beautiful. I love living in Las Vegas, man. It's a paradise out here. Absolute paradise. And every time I complain about something here, I'm just thinking, Jerry, come on, bro. You know what I mean? And the same thing with you guys. We complain a lot and stuff like that, but every single day we got to wake up and have an attitude of gratitude, despite all this evilness. But with that being said, we got to turn off this lamestream media. You got to keep focused on the things that you want and keep your mind off the things that you don't want. And if they want to print money, take that printed money and buy the hard assets that I talked about earlier. All right, guys. I love each and every one of you. Get some work done today. You know what I mean? Get some energy out there and do what you got to do. Inform yourself. If you like this video, hit the like button. Only if you like it. If you guys like my channel and my videos, go ahead and share it. Guys, I'm not real serious about YouTube. I could be a lot more serious, meaning I could make videos and Sometimes I don't even put thumbnails up. I don't put tags in the thing, and I don't put in credit scenes. I just take my phone, hit the record button. So I have to take, and then just upload it. So I have to take responsibility for that. But if you want my message to spread, what I highly suggest you do is, number one, you make a video yourself. It ain't about me. It's just about the message. And number two, talk to people, as many people as you can, about waking them up about what's going on with their money, their time, their energy, and turning off the mainstream media. I love each and every one of you. God bless you and your family, and God bless this country, man. God bless this country. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.